focus of your execution that actually allows you to do that, which will allow you to do whatever you want to do. So now when you set the next goal, you're like, you know what? I'm gonna shoot for $250,000. Then you set the next goal and it's higher than the last goal. You're like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. That's gonna be my next goal. Boom, you set your goal. Then you do the shit. Look at what you're doing. You're doing shit that people find impossible to do. People never made $1,000. Like, understand what I'm saying? There's people that never made $1,000 in their account. We doing it. That's just what happens on the way. Because you gotta understand, you're starting from $100. You're gonna take the $100 to wherever you want to go at the end until you reach that goal. Along the way, yeah, 1,000 is there, 2,000 is there.
IG is live too.
3,000 is there, 4, 5, all of these are there. Depending on your goal, 10,000 is there. You understand what I'm saying? So, it's...
All right, when you guys come on, make sure that you like the video. Turn your notifications on, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Share the video, all of that good stuff. All right. Excuse me. All right, so I'm getting this pushed out real quick. I didn't mean to do that. Why is it doing that? What the hell was that? There we go. All right, so let me finish pushing this out real quick.
It's not about that at all. It's about the focus of your execution over and over again, rinsing and repeating.
Oh, excuse me.
This shit. Rinsing and repeating. And you want this to be like no thought involved in it at all. It's just what I do. I am MRMH. I am stability in the market. You feel it. You feeling what you want. You become it. That's all you do now. So, telling you, man. I know that, you know, like a lot of this is new for so many people. So when something is new to you, you know, for the first time, it's scary, it's exciting at the same time. You know, of course you're gonna celebrate when you do something for the first time. You never did it before. You're like, oh, I did that. That's what we're supposed to be doing. That's just part of it. That's, you know, like, that's the norm.
Yep.
So it's kind of like, I try my best to help to elevate so that you don't spend so much time in lower levels of thinking and thought process. And this is hard right here, what I'm saying. We elevate so that we don't spend our time on the lower levels of thinking. I said this the other day. I said, some of you, your goals are too small. Your goals are too small. If you keep thinking lower level, you gotta elevate your thought process. You elevate your thought process, you elevate your execution to achieve the things that just said.
Yep.
Understand, people are thinking it's impossible to take $100 to 1,000. People thought that was impossible. Nah, nobody does that. Really? Well, you need at least 1,000 to start.
Oh
You
man,
know, so
excuse
you
me.
can start with 10 contracts, so you can at least make a few dollars on each trade. We start with $100, take it to 1,000, and keep
And
going.
keep going. And keep going. All right. So now that I got the distribution out of the way, let me come over and find a chat on this side. All right. So, all right. Happy Friday, everybody. Everybody. I see Jared Sadiq is in the building. Mr. James, what's happening? Jay Carly asked you a question yesterday, Winston. I don't know if you were still here or if you had left. She had asked you a question over there on IG yesterday. All right, cool. Ashton is here. Jelani's here. Excuse me. Let me scroll all the way up. Excuse me, sir. Jelani's in the building. Number one stunner. Yep, Ashton, Charles. Mo is here. Mark G is here. Jermaine is here. Liza's in the building. Melanie's in the building. Don, what's good? All right. The gang's all here. Good stuff. All right, got another great topic. Very good study today in the group chat. That was good today. A lot of information in those studies today. I like how the market just always does different stuff. So you can't ever develop an expectation because you shouldn't have expectations in the first place. I like the fact that the market does what it wants to do because it forces you not to have expectations at all. It ensures that you are always executing the process, period, because there's nothing else to do and because that's what you're trained and conditioned to do. So the market either is giving you what it is that we wait for or it's not. And there's no in between. You understand what I'm saying? So you'll have days where things don't necessarily manifest during the study when we're doing the study in the chat at the time, and then days that it does. So I like that. I like the fact that the market does that. Yes, indeed. Ashton said, I am that I am, and I am MRMH. I like that. Yes, sirree. Oh, you weren't here. You missed it? Yeah, she's around. Yeah, that's what she asked right there. Sadiq, he typed it for you. She said, what makes a person leave and then come back? Well, initially she was asking, why did you leave? That's really what her first question was. And, this was just based on the topic yesterday because we were talking about people leaving and why they leave and all that type of stuff. Yep. So yeah, that was the question for you, Winston. Let me take a quick look at this euro. See what this movement is looking like right here. And I also need to set my alarm, I believe. Is my alarm set? Nope. I need to set it. Set it and forget it. All right, let's see what the movement is looking like. Not quite there at the present moment. Now, this is a good example right now of the euro being in an existing environment, right? It's in a slow environment, but there is instability still present. And that actually leads right into the topic. I love how, see, anytime I look at the market, it always leads right into the topic. So the topic is, why does stability in the market mean everything? Why does it mean everything? Like, why is it so important? This is good stuff. Don says, just like an employee needs a job, stability for pro traders need market stability. An employee accumulates a paycheck. Traders accumulate wealth. Choose your stability. Very good analogy. Indeed. Yeah, and it's funny because I never thought about it like that, but it makes perfect sense, doesn't it? People actually will say that. They'll be like, well, I need some stability. I need to get a job. Because the job represents stability because of the consistent every 2 week paycheck that you get, right? The same way that your bills come every month. Your bills come consistently. And you need to be able to meet those obligations. So that's why a job represents stability for people. Good stuff, Don. Good stuff. Yes, Liza said for security of tenure. Correct. Yep. That is correctamundo. Moon Man, what's good? Yes, indeed. So why does stability in the market mean everything? At this point, I think that the majority of people that have been around for a while, exposed to this information, you've been around long enough to know that we talk about behavior in the market. We talk about fundamental things that pertain to market movement. And it's very important. It's more important than trading. We already getting right to it. I need to get Don DeMarco on deck because I can see this is going to be a good one. This is going to be a good one today. This is going to be good. All right. Yes, we are focused.
I'm focused, man.
We are completely focused. So, knowing that behavior is something totally relevant when it comes to the market immediately gives you an education in the market, an education in this industry, because that's a fundamental piece of information. It's not like readily available information outside of Team Alliance. Nobody else talks about it. This is why when you are introduced to it from us, through TA, it's new to you. You're like, what do you mean by behavior? You don't even know what I'm talking about until I explain it. And right now I'm talking about people outside of TA and people that have not been introduced to this information through TA as of yet. Okay? You don't know what behavior is at all. You don't even know what I'm talking about when I say behavior. Why? Because this is not something that is an industry-wide piece of information that is given out to folks. They don't talk about behavior on Baby Pips, on any of the blogs, any of the websites where you go to for information about trading. They don't talk about behavior. They ain't talking about that. They'll talk about a lot of other things. Oh, you need indicators. market trends, you know, price action strategies, moving average strategies, trading with the trend. The trend is your friend. It's like they're teaching a lot of jargon that becomes irrelevant to you when you trade and you lose. You lose, and because they can't really give you the reason behind why you're losing, what they'll say is, well, losing is a part of trading. Am I right? Am I right or wrong? We already know that this happens. Losing is a part of trading. The objective is to win more than you lose. The objective is to understand why you lose. Oh, wait. Y'all see where we headed, right? Y'all can see where we're going with this. The objective is to win more than you lose. No, the objective is to understand why you lose. Why did you lose that trade? What did you do wrong? Oh, my entry was late. Your entry was late. What does that even mean? How do you know the entry was late if you don't know where the market is going? You don't know where the market is going to end up. How can you say that that's a late entry? You see? So now it becomes a thing of, well, I got to predict where I think the market is going, and I need indicators to help me predict. When an indicator in the first place is not there to help you to do anything other than look at information that already took place in the market to begin with, right? Which is why you can't create a strategy of any type that's ever going to work for a long period of time. You ever notice strategies work for a period of time, then they stop working? It's like, I wonder why that strategy don't work no more. Well, the reason it doesn't work is because the strategy was based on some type of pattern that someone saw in the market. And they're looking for that pattern to repeat itself in order for the strategy to be effective. This is what goes on. So now what ends up happening is when the pattern changes or stops, the strategy is finished, it's done. You come here to TA and you start hearing words like behavior, environment, condition. You hear these words and you're like, I'm kind of making sense out of what he's saying. And it makes total sense. It just does. It's just like if you don't understand something, the best way to understand something is to look at it, to watch it. It's just like figuring out your kids. You don't really know what your kids are gonna do until you just sit there and watch them. You ever look? I'll give you a good example. You know how people's kids act different in front of their parents than they do when they go outside or they go somewhere else, right? And let's say that when they go outside, you record them. They don't know that you're recording them, though. You start looking like, oh shit, you'd be doing that? You don't even know that your kids are doing this behavior. You see? Because you're not always watching them. Now, when you watch them and they just do naturally what comes natural to them to do, you're like, yo, I'm going to beat you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're like, I have to stop you from having that habit. I got to stop you from doing that. And I'm using that just as an analogy to help people to understand that you learn about someone or something by observing. That's how you learn. You don't know everything. Matter of fact, you don't know anything until you watch. You literally don't know nothing about your kids until you sit back and just watch them instead of always talking to them and telling them to do stuff. Just sit back one day and watch what they do. And you'll learn way more about them than what you think you know about your kids. Because you know, people's quick be like, nah, I know my kids. You don't really know them. I guarantee you, you definitely don't know everything that they be doing. So you need to watch them more. Just observe what they do, and then that's more information for you, and you'll know how to deal with it now. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like learning the behavior of the child by observing them. What that sound like? Sounds like the market to me. So now you come to the realization like, wow, I didn't even know that the market had behavior. I thought it just moved up and down. I thought it just trended or moved sideways and consolidated. I didn't know it had behavior. What does that even mean? And then when we start getting into actually understanding it, you realize like, oh shit, there's a lot of different behavior that it has. Then it has timing of behavior. Like it happens at a certain time. Like you looking and you're like, wait, I thought this was going to do this. It was doing this until 10 seconds left, and 10 seconds left, it did that. Now you're looking at the timing of a different type of behavior in the market. We call that timing of instability, because if the market is not stable, it means that it's doing something else. And if you're trying to trade during it doing something else, this is how you put yourself in a vulnerable position to get slapped up, because you're taking a trade based on what you're seeing at first, not knowing what happens at the end. You basing the setup on what's presented to you in the beginning when the trade first sets up, unaware of the actual behavior present and the timing of it. Then you come to realize like, damn, why I keep losing this trade? This is a good trade setup. I don't understand why it keeps losing. It's because of the market. It ain't because of the trade. And then it's like, oh shit, you start to elevate and you begin to understand what's actually happening, what's going on. So it's like fundamentally, if you don't understand that the market has behavior, you'll never understand how to win consistently. You'll always lose consistently and not understand why you lost. And that's what it is. This is why stability means everything. So just think about the word. This is why that analogy that Don used is excellent about job security. You feel secure at your job because of what the job is giving you. It's giving you stability in your financial life, right? You got a consistent paycheck every 2 weeks or every week or however often you get paid. You feel stable. Like, yeah, I can pay my bills. That is a sense or a type of stability. Absolutely. For us in the market, it's the market itself. And we need to always align our activity in the market with when the market is stable, because that's how we know that we're going to win the trade. Eye opener, big one. That's a big one right there too. All right, let me come back in the comments. Yeah, that was real good. Ramon in the building, what's up? Walker said, there's no way to be 100%. Losing is a part of the game. Conventional accepted knowledge, yep. And I realized why they say that. I'm like, I know why y'all saying that. You're saying losing is a part of the game because you can't explain why you lost. That's what it is, buddy. You can't explain why you lost. So because you can't explain why you lost, you fully dependent on the strategy to continue to work in order for you to even have a way to trade. And you're constantly seeking out new strategies because you keep seeking out curve fits, which are temporary patterns that the market present. And then you're basing an entire trading strategy off of the pattern, not knowing if and when the pattern changes or stops completely. which leaves you just holding the bag because you don't know what the results are going to be. In other words, oh, well, this strategy, this is a long-term strategy right here that's been working for 3 years. Okay. All right. If you say so. But then you can't determine or figure out why it's 85% accurate. You see? And so now you got to rely on the hope that when you take your trades, they fall into the 85% of profitable trades instead of the 15% of losing trades. But mind you, you don't know what it's going to be. You just hope it falls into that 85%. You see? That 15% is totally unknown to you. You have no idea why those trades lose. Stability in the market means everything. That's why. Yep. This is good, man. Don said there's an old guy named Jay Dalton who used to talk about market behavior. Also a very select few floor traders, but you're right, it's not talked about widely. It ain't talked about at all, man. Like just in general, that's something that I kind of picked up on early. I'm like, wow, I discovered this through observation and nobody knows. It's like nobody knows that this even exists. They don't even know that this is a thing. And I'm like, that's crazy. I'm like, this is what the market be doing. So it's like, it's kind of like being involved with something and not knowing it at all, like not knowing anything about it. It's like having a significant other and you don't know them. But mind you, you've been with them for years. They be doing stuff and you have no idea that they do it. But you'll tell people, yeah, I've been with her for 5 years, man. She's a good girl. But you have no idea that she be wilding on you, unbeknownst to you. And this is what I'm saying, like as far as how you can be present in something and not know about it at all. And that's like what people are doing when it comes to the market and it comes to trading. So it's like now your experience even doesn't mean that much because there's so much that you don't know, that you're not aware of. And this is the majority, like 99.99% falls into that. So damn near everybody don't know. That's what makes this so crazy to me. Cause I'm like, yo, if you only knew. It's like, that's just like, that's how I always feel. I'm like, if you only knew, you would stop everything that you're doing right now and just learn it. Learn it, man. Stability all day. Ramon said, they'll blame it on you for not applying the strategy correctly. Like, bro, I'm doing everything you taught me. Is that your strategy? Fails, eventually all of them do. Yes. Yep. Shawnee said, right or wrong, Mark, that it's better to trade after you have seen where the market has been versus trying to predict where the market is going. It is better to trade knowing where the market is. It's like the best way to trade is knowing where the market is right now. What condition it's in. And the condition of the market is determined by the environment and the behavior of the market. So it's just like if I ask you, all right, what's the condition of the market? Like you got to give me like a weather report for the market. And your response might be, well, market is slow, but not stable, cloudy. And as soon as you say that, I know exactly what you're saying. You might say, well, acceleration and stability. You say that, I'm ready to go because I know what that means. You understand what I'm saying? So the description of the current condition is the best way to anticipate your trades. And I'm saying anticipate your trades because we know trades come to us. So we don't got to look for them. We're identifying the right time to be present, period. When the trade comes to us and falls within the right time window, that's our trade. We're learning how to see and recognize that phenomenon over and over again. Not recognizing the trade as much as you're recognizing the condition in the market that presents stability at the time, combined with everything else that you need for that trade to manifest, right? So when all of that happens, all of that takes place, you're learning how to recognize what it looks like when it happens. And that's why this is such a powerful skill set, because that requires skill, that requires patience, discipline, focus. It requires you waiting. It requires you recognizing when it's not there. That's a skill set. That's a lot. So, like this is what's constantly going on. Oh, what happened to my damn? Oh, there we go. Winston said, yes, I never left TA. I need to elevate myself. It's a personal preference for now. And by the way, Mark Fuller is real. The content he puts out, most valuable content. I'm a total student. Yeah, Winston, when we talk about leaving, we talking about actually leaving the group. That's really the question. But I understand what you're saying. You're saying that it's a personal preference. So, whatever that means. But yeah, that was the question. Why did you actually leave the group? Sadiq, we use our own verbiage in TA. Indeed. Like the introduction of acceleration. Yeah, see, and if you notice, like the words that I use describe fundamentally what it is that is actually happening in the market. Just like I'll say hesitation. When I say that, you know what that means. You know what the word means. So when you're looking at the market hesitate, you're like, yeah, it's hesitating. Hesitation ties into the timing. It's like, well, is it hesitating at the beginning? Right before it moves? Yeah, it did. It hesitated. All right, so that hesitation means that it don't know where it wants to go. Doesn't know what it wants to do right now. It's indecisive. So you see how the words start building. The words become building blocks to understanding what you see. That's why this is so powerful for us. Because the terminology makes sense. It's just like move and hold. That makes sense. It's describing what the market is doing throughout the movement that it's making. It's moving and it's holding where it moves. It's like, oh shit. Yeah, that's what it's doing. And if it's not that, then you know that it's not there. In other words, the condition that you need stability in the market to be a condition present. Not a diamond in the rough, for example. Like, oh, that was a stable candle. Nah, we ain't just talking about one candle. We talking about the market. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So, Ramon said, Mark with the trade secrets. Hidden in plain sight. Ramon, stability establishes a sense of security that is key in order to win your trades every time. Boom. Ashton, that curve fit word is powerful. Is it one word or two? It's two words that make one. Yep, two words that combine is one. Even the word curve fit has a curve in terms of profitability. In your case, it's a losing curve, right? Right. I saw that, Melanie. I know. That S. The S after means, I know. I left it alone because I was like, I could deal with it. I could deal with that. I'll change it later. But thank you, OCD gang. Always on deck. Shani said, I asked that because I used to hear look left when I began my trading career. As far as taking a trade, I would hear look left on the screen. Okay, got you. Got you. Yeah, see, and that's a good statement, or I should say a good question, because if you had to choose between looking behind you or looking and trying to predict what's happening ahead of you, of course it would make sense to look at something that happened already. But we've elevated. We understand that the market is moving. It's dynamic. It's not something that is just what you have. It's not limited to what you have seen it do. It's doing real time. Currently, it's alive. It's living. So that's just like, yo, that's like a person, yesterday did something. Like, well, yesterday, you said that you didn't like me. Today, you're saying that you like me. If I go based off of what you told me yesterday, I'm going to have a problem with that because you said you don't like me yesterday. Today, you're saying that you love me. You see what I'm saying? So you can't rely on the old information. Now, the way a person deals with a person in real time is we here now. What you say? I don't like you. I'm going to deal with that now. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to deal with I don't like you because you said it yesterday and I wasn't there. This is hard. Oh, this is good. I hope y'all catch this. It's like being present when someone says something versus not being there when they said it. When you look back in the market, if you weren't there, you don't know what it was actually doing in real time. You don't know what it was doing face to face. You're going off of what you see that it looked like it was doing. You understand what I'm saying? So it's the equivalent. It's just like if I'm like, well, yesterday, my man told me that you said you didn't like me. But what did my man actually hear? I'm relying on my friend and his information to tell me something that you said when you here with me now and you're not saying that. Does that make sense? It's like so now you tell me and you explain to me, nah, I didn't say I don't like you. I said I don't like when you do such and such. See, there's a difference between those two things. Me saying I don't like the way that you crunch on potato chips is not the same as I don't like you. But my man, in his head, I heard him say he ain't like you. Yeah, but he didn't say he didn't like me. He said he ain't like the way I crunch potato chips. I don't like how people crunch potato chips either. And because it's taken out of context, now there's a big misunderstanding and it's a problem. Because you relying on old information. This is hard. That's hard right there, right? So instead of doing that, just talk to me now. We talking now. What's up? You see, if I deal with you in the now face to face all the time, ain't nothing getting lost in translation. I don't have to assume you said something. I heard you say it because I'm right here with you. Hey, I heard what you said. What I said? You told me to shut up. No, I didn't say that. Yes, you did. I just heard you. You see, there's no denying that because we here now. So that's the equivalent of you observing the market in real time. It's different when you're looking at the market now. You can't base any of your decision making, in other words, what you're going to do next. You can't base that off of the old information. You got to base it off of the real-time information. That's what it's like. So that's a good analogy right there to use, just to like explain the difference between looking at historical data in the market versus looking at what is it doing right now. And then understanding the dynamic of the present movement and it being in the moment. What condition is it in right now? And if you look at it as a person, you know, we call the market a woman because it's just volatile and all over the place. No offense, ladies, but you understand what I'm saying? It's just like it's like totally unpredictable. I don't know what it's gonna do. It's like I don't know what it's gonna do, but I'm willing to deal with and accept whatever it does. That right there is, in a nutshell, that's man and woman. As a man, you dealing with your woman and however she is at the time. She might be pissed off right now. You got to deal with it. You got to eat it. Then when she's sweet, you like, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. MRMH. We about to move and hold. But when she not in the mood, it's a DQ. It's next. You see? So it's very closely tied to man-woman relationship. If you want to use that, I think that's a good one to use because it accurately describes the dynamic, like for real. That was a good one. That was a good one. Black Stallion, what's happening? Yes, Sadiq said market mode. Boom. Boom. He said boyfriend hit your sister, you beat up boyfriend, sister forgives boyfriend, and does not tell you. That's the market. Right. Yup. Oh man. Yeah, so this is good, man. This is good. Walker said, side note, these live observation notes are what I need. 335 on the GU was a perfect setup at the wrong time. And prior notes from prior binaries kept me aware that the timing of behavior was out of position. Come on, man. Come on, man. He said, ain't no fake news in the market when you're present. All right, we need, Walker, you're right there. Stay right there.
I'm focused, man.
Stay right there. Let me read what he said again. He said, ain't no fake news in the market when you're present. Oof. 100%, man. 100%. Right. Don said, a woman wanted to be kissed 5 minutes later, her behavior changed, no sugar. All facts. He said, women love spontaneous actions. Indeed. And you know what it is? Women love spontaneous actions when they're in the mood. So, listen to that. They love that, but they got to be in the mood to receive it the right way. You see? So what do you have to do? You have to learn their moods. You got to know when she's in the mood. You see? Well, how you going to know that? You got to study her. You have to observe her. That's how you're going to know. She knows that you got to do that. She knows that that's your job. And if you're not paying attention, she'll bring it up. She'll be like, you see, you don't know me. You don't know me. In other words, you're not observing enough. You're not paying attention enough to me to know I'm not in the mood for that shit right now. Get out of my face. Like, you see what I'm saying? So you got to learn her moods so that you can always be positioned properly. And the more that you're able to navigate that effectively, this is how you always have good experiences with your woman. It's a full-time job. Full-time. That's the equivalent. That's what we do. That we're doing the same thing with the market. Same thing. Talk. Liza said, we respect our man. I mean, the market. She says, study 301. Yes. Ashton, at the end of the day, the market is people because we're the ones that make the market happen. And once you know yourself, you know everybody else. And that is good because once you know the nature of yourself, you know what you need to work on in order to elevate so that your experiences can be good ones. It's like that's what we're doing, because knowing is one part of it. It's like, all right, now that you know, how are you going to put yourself in position to have a good experience using the know, using that knowledge that you have now. And then that's how execution, you see how it ties in together? It's like, it's about how you execute. We don't execute at the wrong time. That's our job. Our job is learning how not to execute at the wrong time. Learning your woman and her moods. She not in the mood right now. That's executing at the right time. You know to leave her alone. That's good execution. Market ain't stable. We ain't doing nothing with the market. We just observing. That's good execution. You see, sometimes no execution is good execution. And it's no execution until it's time to actually do. And we don't do until the time is right. There you have it in a nutshell. That's it. So, I mean, man, this stuff makes a lot of sense. This stuff makes a lot of sense. And I mean, these analogies are great because it helps you to understand what you're dealing with when you deal with the market. Don't think that the market is something that, oh, I'm gonna come and learn, how to trade real quick and I'm gonna get to this money. No, it's a full-time job just to learn. Same way it's a full-time job just to learn how to be in a good relationship. You don't just want a relationship, you want a good relationship. Well, it takes work to do that. It requires your study and your observation. And it requires you not thinking about yourself more than you're thinking about the other person. What that sound like? Market don't care about how you feel. You need to be concerned with what the market is actually showing you. Learn the moods of the market. The only mood that we really concerned with as far as doing anything is stability. That's the only condition that we want the market to be in when we're ready to engage and participate. Other than that, it's just observation. We just looking like, she look like she might be shaping up a little bit, but I don't know yet. We got to keep watching. Nah, she's still not there yet. Nope. Nope, she still don't feel like it. We're getting close, but we still ain't there yet. You know what I mean? So it's the equivalent of that. Like, this is powerful. These analogies are great. They really are, because you'll really understand so much more about the market when you understand, like, through the analogies being used here. These are good. Yep. These are good. Look at this euro right now. Let me see something. Let's see what it's doing here. Nope. See? Now, excuse me, you apply protocol there, even though it looks like it was going to do something, it decided not to do it. And the protocol prevents you from just being eager. Like, don't be thirsty just because, she looking like I might get lucky. No. It's still no. She's still not in the mood yet. You gotta wait. It's like you gotta give her her time. And right now I'm saying her because I'm using the analogy and using the market at the same time. I'm talking about the market, but I'm using the example of the equivalent of it being a female that you're with as a man, and how you have to learn how to wait. You can't be thirsty. Just wait for her to give it to you. Some of y'all be like, well, I'll be waiting forever. Oh, shit. Some of y'all like, nah, I can't do that. I'll be waiting for a month. Oh, shit. I'm just joking. I'm messing around. Shawnee said, well, I be looking at birds out here like, nah, she ain't there yet. She still got to show me more. Yep. Oh, excuse me. Manny, what's happening? Here go Jay Carly. She in the building now. Don said an episode of Love Talk with Mark Fuller. Oh, snap. Jay Carly said, listen, the market is a woman and we do grown man shit, period. I like that. Yep. Sadiq said, you got to buy the GU something first. Right? You got to buy the GU dinner, a bag, all type of shit. No, I'm joking. I'm not seeing a lot of recordings on the GU other than Walker's. Walker, he had put up one of the studies that he did. It was real good. But yeah, I don't see a lot of recording in the GU actually. But if any of you are in the pound dollar, you should be recording and posting definitely, just so that there's more studies and videos in the chat, you know. And not you, Jacob. I'm not even talking about you. You posted a lot of videos in your lifetime. Now, see, Shawnee getting at y'all. He said because a lot of people slid off the GU. Uh-huh. Is that what it is? You done backslid? Don said the market chaos is a woman, the stability is a man. Time it. Oh, snap. See, y'all messing with Don, he gonna get somebody in trouble. Oh, man. J. Carr said, and all four of us that are in the GU are not seeing anything recording worthy. She said, thank you, Shawnee. That's funny. Oh, excuse me. He said after 30 and 30, they said they gave the bird to the GU. Oh, man. Mo said my GU still tripping. Y'all is funny. Nah, he said his lady shopping, she be all right. Yeah, they always find therapy in shopping for some reason. I do concur. Milan, what's the best Forex pair to trade when you get started? There is no best pair, but typically what people do, I would think, is when they first join, they are going to use the same pair that they see me trade, which is the euro. Although in hundreds of the previous trainings that I've recorded, I was trading the GU, the pound. I had switched to the euro earlier this year in January for the sake of helping students in the euro, just to be more engaged and so that I would be able to see what they're seeing and I could help them more. And that really just, at this point, turned into me being in the euro and like not all, but a lot of the new people that come in, they just default to the euro because that's what I trade. So Sadiq said dollar yen, he liked the Asian chicks. Ramon said, not gonna lie, G, you got me all messed up. Man, y'all doing the G, you dirty. Damn. G was like that, huh? You know what? I had said I was gonna do it a while back. I think I might switch I might switch back to the pound for a period of time. And I don't know, just to do it. Just to do it. Because I kind of want to see what the pound be looking like on my own. Even though yellow all kind of saying the same thing. But still. I'm like, I'm like, what is happening? The pound is like the stepchild. The EU is the real child. The pound is the stepchild. Shit is crazy. Paley's Lakers 1-0. Hope they go all the way this year. Oh, the Lakers. So who was it in the finals? The Lakers and who? Who they playing? And you gotta forgive me. I don't be keeping up with no sports at all. I don't even care until the finals. Oh, they playing Miami. Ooh, that's good. That's a good battle right there. Man. I don't know. I don't know. I think LeBron gonna do what he do. But that's a good battle. Don said most beginners trade typically the euro because it's less aggressive. And to be honest, like, I don't find the euro or the dollar yen, like any of these markets, to be any less or more than any other market, like, to be honest with you. And I think that is because I'm conditioned to see the market and only have a reaction when it presents what I'm waiting to see. So I think that because I'm conditioned to execute the process that we use, it don't matter what the market, it literally to me does not matter which market. And I kind of I almost want to, like, I don't want to go to the pound just to say, like, yeah, I'm gonna prove it, but I might go to the pound just to see what everyone else seems to be seeing. I want to see if I notice a difference. So I may do that in the very near future. I may do that. I may go back to the pound. Yeah, post it, Jelani. Post it. Milan, how have you found the difference between the pound and the euro? And I kind of just said it just now. I don't see the difference. There's no difference as far as it being market movement. The market movement applies in every market. All of them move. So If you have an expectation, then that question makes sense. Because I have no expectation, I just adjust to the nuances of the market that I'm in at the time. And that's it. Does that make sense? This is gonna cut off, but I'm gonna come back on. Oh, next year the Nets are back. Shit, they better do something. They better do something, man. Most of the EU is smooth. Oh, snap. All right, so IG's back up. Yep. All right. Walker said, these British chicks' teeth stay crooked, but when she gets them braces, she'll remember me for sticking around. Oh, man. Don said, I stopped keeping up with sports. It's rigged. I honestly don't care. Like, I just get so much enjoyment out of doing a lot of other stuff other than watching games and getting all emotional over teams. Like I see people be real emotional over their team. Like I don't see people have fights in Applebee's over the game. I'm like, relax. Like ain't none of y'all getting paid what them players is getting paid. So just relax. Just relax. Jay Carly, I recorded what may be MRMH from earlier today, but stability went out 2 binaries later. Plus I haven't had time to review the recording. I will after work. Okay. Chess, what's going on? Milan, I found EU to be hard to trade in slow environment. You kind of need to know which direction it's going early, otherwise you don't get pricing. I thought I should join and start with the pound. Well, it's wise to join, but to be honest, it doesn't, in my opinion, it don't matter which market, just pick one. Just like whatever you decide. And this is another thing, Milan. Once you pick a market, stick with the market that you picked. Stay with that one market. Don't jump around. And this is why I was telling you guys, I forgot when it was, but I had mentioned, I said, listen, if y'all want to switch, you can switch to a different pair if you were in the pound. And the OGs, they didn't do it. Like they just sticking it out. They still in the pound. So I might just go back to the pound. I kind of want to just go back just so I can see and observe that market in particular. I might do that. I think I'm going to do that. Jelani says, stability does not last in the GU as long as it used to. There are moments when it gets there, but nothing after that. Okay, so it's sounding to me like you just have to be prepared when stability comes to do what you got to do if a trade comes. That's kind of what it's sounding like, you know. It can also be the times when people are observing too. Not to say that the market ever does anything at certain times, but unless there's more observation, you're not really going to know what a particular market is doing if there's a chunk of time where no one is observing during that time. The market might be doing things during that time, you know? So that's another element of it. Mo said my problem is technical. Mo, what you mean? What you talking about? Peleus, yeah, if LeBron wins, he'll be the greatest basketball player ever. Mark is the best trader ever. LeBron is the best in the NBA right now. LeBron and AD is doing this for Kobe. Yeah, I believe that, definitely. I believe that. Don said he don't watch TV, too much garbage on TV. It's so funny, I got mad TVs in the house and don't watch none of them. Got mad televisions, big ass TVs all over the place and don't watch nothing. Only time I might watch something, I might put on like an old season of The Sopranos or something. Something like that. But other than that, nah. I agree. Oh, excuse me. J. Carl, I kind of want you to go back too. Let me tell you why. Why? Why you want me to go back, J. Carl? Jelani said, yeah, I'm not leaving the GU. Too much time invested. Indeed. Walker, meanwhile, don't nobody on the team know about Random Roger and Fanboy Freddy fighting over having another man's name on their back. Just saying. I don't know who any of those people are. And that just sounds crazy. They had a fight over another man's name on their back. That's crazy. Okay. Sound like shenanigans. Oh, Mo, okay. Now I understand what you're saying. When you said your problem is technical, you said it lags on this phone networking on the laptop. Okay, so you saying that the feed in general lags, not just the pound. Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying that it's just the pound that lags? Okay, I'm gonna check it out. Sadiq, he said there's a GU video in the chat. That must be what Jelani posted. Bilal said only good channel was the Weather Channel. Jelani, I got a light bulb on stability after these past few trainings you've done between those and something you said in 424. So I want to observe more next week just to see it come together. Good stuff, Jelani. Good stuff. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear that type of shit right there. Yep. You deleted your why? Yellow nuts. I would like to train on my pairs, so maybe could you do training on different pairs on different nights, or can we do something like that? What I will commit to is observing one market other than the euro. So that for me, that means I'm gonna switch to the pound, if it's gonna be the pound, because I don't like to split my focus. So we'll see. I'll figure out if it's gonna be like as early as next week, because I know that's what you saying. You like, all right, Sunday he's back on the GU, but I don't know. I gotta think about it. I'm gonna just let the vibe sort it out, because I don't know yet. Like, I'm not 100% with it yet. Otherwise, I would have did it already. Mo said all the other pairs work fine and smooth. Oh wow, so really you saying only the GU? That's crazy. You was trying to be inclusive. She said she don't care about no other pair. Jay Carly is nuts. She's out of her mind. Torre was good, man. Yo, I got a craving right now for a Pandera. What is it? A Panera bread cookie. I need a Panera bread warm chocolate chip cookie right now. I gotta go get it. That's it. Oh shit. Right, Pandera. What the hell is that? Shawnee trying to get me fat. See, I was trying not to go that route. Cause I'm not supposed to be getting nothing to eat, because we're supposed to have dinner. But I be in there, I mess around and I will get a chicken noodle soup with a salad. Yeah, I ain't gonna mess with the sandwich. That sandwich be banging. That ham and Swiss? Stop it. Stop it. See, I be eating. Oh, snap. Oh, Don, that's your spot? Yeah, yeah. Sean said, he said, grab drinks at dinner, forget the food. Oh, snap. Pandemic Panera. Right, Pandera. J. Carl, I think that my inability to see the 301 yesterday was a great lesson. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. It kind of shows you how, because you're so trained to look somewhere, you don't look nowhere else. Right, J. Carly? You trained to just concentrate on this side. So you didn't see this. Yep. That's crazy. You know, you do that a lot. Like, not just you, but like we do that all the time. I notice I catch myself doing that a lot. You be looking, you be like, when did that get there? I ain't never seen that before. And there's some shit in your house. You be like, what is this? I don't even know what this is. And it was sitting there like since forever. Like, for real. For real. Yep. That is a fact. Ramon say, oh, you don't like them sandwiches? They too flat? He said he like making them sandwiches at home where I can pack them. Oh, so you like the big bodega sandwiches. You have a half a pound of meat on your sandwich, basically. Yep, I know what you mean. Yeah, sometimes I know I know exactly what you mean. But no, Panera's pretty good though. Panera's pretty good, and you got to tell them what to do too. Like, you got to tell them how to fix it. You be like, yeah, hey, put an extra slice of meat on there, or two. Like, come on, don't give me no extra lettuce. Give me some extra meat. Oh man. Milan, you mentioned stability in your 30 days. Did you focus on stability only, but traded an elevated level? Hence, you got lots of trades? No. No, I never take a trade if the market is not stable to me. Period. So, I mean, I'll give you an example just this week alone. What, this is Friday? Yeah, so when did I start doing the studies? Maybe two weeks ago? Might have been about 2, maybe 3 weeks ago. But this week in particular, I did a lot of the study in the group. And the group chat is on Facebook that we have where we communicate 24/7, right? That study let people see how many trades actually are presented. So when people talk about, oh, I haven't seen any trades, you know, market wasn't giving it up. I'm doing a study in the morning from anywhere between 10 and 11 up until right before I come on the live stream. So like we'll say like from 10 until about 2 o'clock, maybe 2:30. So that's what? That's like 4.5 hours. I'll do a study in the group chat during that time. During that time, multiple days this week, I took several trades during the study. And these are not even my main trades. Like I took other trades too. Outside of that, this is just during the study window, 4.5 hours in the daytime. Bunch of trades, valid trades. So this is what I'm saying about being conditioned. When you're conditioned, I believe that you will execute the same way no matter what market it is. This is another reason why I know that I am going to go into the GU, because it's just the process of execution that you're conditioned to do. Most of you are learning how to execute the process the same way every time. And that requires that you go through the observation and the study. So as you're going through the observation and the study, the recordings are helping you to see, oh snap, where was I? I didn't even see that. A lot of things could have happened. Maybe you stepped away, or maybe at the time you just weren't paying attention. I don't know. You see what I'm saying? So your observation is required in real time. This is what we was talking about a moment ago about being present. You got to be there in order to see the market unfold into a trade. This is another thing that the studies do. The studies are helping you to see the transition of the market itself into stability. You look at how it becomes stable. You're seeing it in the study. So that's why by me doing the study, because I'm just conditioned to do it automatically, it seems like there's all of these trades. But this is what the market always does. The market's not doing anything different. It's being itself. Does that make sense? The question becomes, well, how are you seeing things? Are you observing and seeing how the market gradually makes its way into stability? Are you seeing how that positions into, a power trade? Did you see how the market accelerated, became stable, and then the power trade came? Did you see that? Or did you see how the market slowed down and then the MRMH came? During the study on one of them days, I took a power trade and there was MRMH. Matter of fact, I took several trades and an MRMH. So that means I took trades in a more accelerated environment and there was MRMH in a slower environment on the same day and during the same time window on that one study. What is that telling you about what the market does? What is that saying? So clearly, the market decides to do whatever it wants to when it wants to. You need to be conditioned to recognize what it's doing. Recognize when it's not stable, the level of it not being stable. All right, so is this less stable than that, or is it more stable than that? Oh, this is more stable than the last one. Let's keep watching. Oh, that's even more stable. Let's keep watching. Still not there yet, but almost. Keep watching. Next thing you know, boom, stability's there. Trade sets up. I showed instances in an accelerated environment. I didn't take the trade. I observed. In the study, in the chat. Permission. Oh shit, permission? What's different about being in an accelerated environment versus a slow one? There is no difference. Literally, the difference is one is fast, one is slower. That's it. The key is not the environment. The key is the stability in the environment that it's in. You understand? So that's what I'm conditioning you to do. I'm performing the study so that you see how I observe and you see for yourself how the market unfolds. You see for yourself how it turns into a trade. Like, oh shit, that's a trade at the right time. That's it. Yeah, it's a trade at the right time. We sat here and watched the market unfold into stability, of course. We looked at it. So that, the studies are definitely helping and they will continue to help. So it's not about a lot of trades, although there are a lot of trades. There'd be plenty of them. Yep. Yeah, and you working through that. You working through. Jay Carly said, for me, all of a sudden shit looked wrong, like it's in the wrong place, but it's been there for 5 years. You're gonna work through it. And just from the question that you had asked me earlier, like you saw how I responded to it. It was short. And I'm like, if you're asking that, then that's what you're doing too when you're looking. You're doing that. So you got to work through that because you shouldn't be doing that. What that leads you to do is to question yourself, you see? And then you'll remain in questioning yourself mode instead of just observing and waiting for what you know that you're waiting to see happen because you already know what it is that you're waiting to see. You know already. Do you record the study for people to see later? Yeah, the whole study is a recording. It's multiple recordings all day that we post in the chat. And you have access in the chat to all of the recordings. Like you can go back, scroll back up, go back and play it. You can do this in the chat. This is what I said about the group chat. The group chat is becoming a whole nother thing now. It's like the group chat is the equivalent in value of the live training. Because even if you don't come to live training, if you observe a study in the chat, is powerful. Just as powerful if you were attending training with us when we are live training. It's crazy. It's too many ways for you to succeed. Sadiq, can we go to the GU with you too? No. No. Big candles, small candles, need to learn though I burn where you burn like Disco Inferno. That's funny. You over here quoting Biggie verses. All right, we can log out. Log in. NADEX close. Let's log out. Let's log out. Yeah, so Milan, you understanding? You understand what I'm saying? Jay Carter, I always get like this during tax season. Yeah, you kind of do get a little flustered a little bit. But fuck all that. You're going to get through it. You are going to get through it. Shiny, availability equals opportunities equals money. Yes. Don, I typically observe 3 different pairs. There's a certain nuance a currency gives off, regardless of the pair that I've noticed from years of trading. Absolutely. Each individual pair has its own nuances. That's why I don't recommend people trade multiple pairs, because you need to focus your energy and attention on learning the nuances of just one of them. And that's why I always say, whatever one you pick, stick with. Stick with what you pick. And yes, the study is recordings, Milan. That's what it is. And the real problem for me is that I use you as a crutch, and I don't mean to, but I literally just realized that I do that, like right now. Oh, it just hit you? And that's understandable. That's understand. I mean, that has something to do with it, but it it still is no. You know what you're doing, like period. And that shit is just something inside of you that you working out personally. That lack of it's not even lack of confidence. It's like I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. Kind of do that with everything. I don't know how to describe it. I'm not gonna say lack of confidence, but it's like not wanting to be too confident. Does that make sense? Dumbing yourself down more so. That's what you be doing. And you know that I always tell you don't do that. Stop dumbing yourself down because you know what you're doing. Just do shit. Right? That's what it is. That's what it is. Yep. Do new members see the old chat so we can study the recordings? Yeah, that's the whole point, Milan. The Facebook chat messenger stores everything. Good stuff, Jermaine. Jermaine, what market are you in? Hold on. Hold up. Jermaine, what's your market? Where's Jermaine at? You still here? Hope he ain't leave. He ain't leave. I know he's still here. Jermaine, you still here? Yeah, you still here. What is your market? All right, I'll wait for him to respond to that. Walker said, group chat is manifesting what was discussed last year. It's even more of a force than it was before. Immeasurable quality. Absolutely. Absolutely. Bilal said he went to Arby's. Oh, you in the EU? Okay. All right. I thought you were going to say GU. I was about to be like, Okay. All right. So, yeah. So I will be moving to the GU in the near future. I'll let y'all know when. Yeah, I ain't messing with no Arby's. I didn't have a great experience at Arby's, and I only went there one time in my life, and it'll be the last time. It'll be the last time. So it's too many other better options. I'm sorry. Yeah, Walker said you'll become the source of your own validation. Come on, Walker, talk to her. Talk to her. Sadiq said we all here for Jay Carly. Team Milan, stand up. Yeah, she already know. She already know what it is. This just some shit that she does. And then she stops doing it and then gets busy. Ashton, I depend on TA more than you guys know. Yeah, man. Listen, man, this is lifestyle for us. Like this is a culture. That's another thing that people don't realize. Like this is a cultural thing that we're doing here. It's a way that we live and operate and function on so many different levels. Like for real. Just like how most of us don't like Arby's. I think only Jay Carly and like two other people like Arby's. Oh man. She said, I need TA for life. That's why it's a whole vibe. Yep. Yeah, Ramon is with me. He said, Arby's, God no. Immediate rejection. Yep. Milan, power movements is what you learn when you train with us, man. You learn it. I talk about it all the time on here, but it's different when you train. And I see that you've been around us like for a while now, so you might as well just train with us. Like join the family for real. It's different. It's different. Like, and I will say this too, like just for people that are outside of TA looking in, some of you don't, maybe you don't trade like what we trade. You might trade different instruments or whatever the case may be. And all of that's cool. You know, I understand. And so many of you come here for the mindset, the vibe, and the love. And that's what it's all about. Now, if you want to trade 5-minute binaries, you need to be in training with us. Like, period. You need to train with us because everything that we're doing in the 5-minute binaries has to do with our understanding of the market as it pertains to those binaries. Like, it's designed specifically for that. So you need to learn the format, the blueprint. You need to train, man. Yep, you need to train. So I will say that, even though I never tell nobody to get into training, but I will say if you want to trade 5-minute binaries and win, you need to be in training with us, like for real. Yep. It don't make sense for you to be on 5-minute binaries and not be with us. It just doesn't make sense. Ashton, yeah, I'm so with you, JCTA for life. Yeah, man. Shiny used to fuck with the curly fries. Oh, snap. He said Arby's restaurant smell like Chinese restaurant. I don't know if that's good or bad. I'm like, do y'all sell Chinese food? You shouldn't be smelling like Golden Palace. Shouldn't be smelling like Chef King in here. Don said we all have some level of self-doubt, but the action destroys the doubt. Yes, it does. Just do it. Pilly said, I hate Arby's because Mark does. Follow the leader. No doubt. Milan, yes, we'll be joining. Come on, man. Come on and get to the bag. For real. I like that, Mo. He said he about to change his name to TA Mo. I like that. Shai said, stop bullshitting, Milan. Let's go. Don, when I first traded full time, it was some level of fear, but the fear created my survival. Yes. Yes. Fear turns into faith. Faith in yourself and in your ability to execute the process that you have developed as a result of studying the market. Like that for me is what it turned into. And I knew it. See, like the awareness of it, it does something. It's different once you are aware that that's what it is. So, you know, you guys become aware of even before you start doing it. So you already know what it is before you even do it. You just adjusting to actually doing it. You know what I'm saying? And that you just got to work through your process, but you're going to get there. Jeff said, he said, if you still rocking that 80-20, you need TA. Right. If you still loving the risk rewards, come on now. Walker, TA is the land of milk and honey. Strategy Signal Services is just the land of nasty ass Arby's. Oh, snap. That's funny. Yep, Jabal, $35, link in the description. Yes, sir. He said, yesterday of Arby's. He said, well, okay, the fries are nasty. Listen, I ain't messing with no Arby's, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I like when I ate it, I was just like, I felt like my insides needed a car wash. Like, oh man. He said Arby looked like Ving Rhames made the food too. We are the meats. Right, he looked like he back there in the kitchen cooking it. Come on, man. I don't think I would mess with nothing that Ving Rhames made. I agree. Ashton, when I go home tonight, I will write a check for a yearly membership to TA. That's hard. That's hard. There's actually an annual membership also. I don't ever mention it because nobody ever asked. But there is an annual membership. If anybody is looking to do that, just message me on Facebook, and I will give you the link for it. Yep. Yes, it is. Don, once you learn you can survive, you become a machine for real. Facts. That is a fact. Sadiq said, Milan caught the vibe. Let's go. Come on, man. Walker, my wife came back home with Arby's, and I had to put her in the bird cage, female version of the doghouse. What? She brought you Arby's home? Oh, man. Come on. That is funny. Once you see, you never go back. That's the TA mantra. Absolutely. Charles, do you give military discounts? No, but I never thought about it. I mean, see, like the way that the training is set up, it's already so low. It's like it's already discounted. But if you put it like this, the best way to go about it actually would be to just pay for a full year, because you don't got to think about it no more. Like it's done. So that's not a bad idea. And at the same time, you'll save a couple of bucks. So what I would say is, if you in the military, get an annual subscription, and then you're good. Jermaine, observing. Okay, I see you, Ashton. He said I'll be doing that soon. Observing in any environment and training these past weeks really elevated me. I knew I was seeing stability before in fast markets, but I never wanted to deviate from the slow environment, right? And that's why it agrees with you naturally. Like, the reason it's resonating is because you already knew that stability was the key. And a lot of people don't catch that. Most people think that I can only do what I'm supposed to do when the market is slow. And yeah, that's how that's how you're introduced to everything, of course. It has to be slowed down for you to comprehend. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that does make sense. But in actuality, it's not that you're looking for the market to be slow. Because just because the market is slow don't mean that it's stable. You see what I'm saying? So you have to know that that's what is actually going on. The purpose of it being slow is so that you can see when it is stable. That's why we're waiting for the slow first. You understand what I'm saying? Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. Birdcage. Yeah, he did say that. Oh, snap. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's easy, man. It's easy. Yeah, you don't think about no $35, man. Like you gotta really, it's like if you think about $35, you really have to rearrange your priorities in life, because You go outside today, you're gonna spend $40 on something, probably food, and it's like that's today. Like you'll leave. It's Friday. You going out now to spend more than that, probably double that, on some shit. And it's like you just that whole dynamic. Like people do what they want to do. So that's why I was talking about this yesterday. $35 is not what's stopping people from training. People is what's stopping people from training. You're not training because you don't want to do the work. The price of freedom is not $35. The price of freedom is your mindset, your time. You see? So that's the dynamic that it is. $35 is so that you got skin in the game, like everybody. You got to have skin in the game. And then what you need in order to get to where you want to go, now you're a part of that. And now you're part of something that is doing this. It's like a circle of giving. So now it's like, oh snap, I'm part of a family now. That's what you realize after you come. You get glimpses of it before you get here. But when you get in the group, it's like, oh shit, this is family. This is why I was having the discussion earlier where I was like, well, like, why'd you leave the group? That's why Jay Carly asked that to Winston earlier. Because it's like really, why would you leave the family? You know, but people got to understand that that's what it is. You know, people create the excuses, and it is what it is. Yeah. Look, Charles said I spent $31 on breakfast this morning on myself. Damn. Well, shit, what'd you have for breakfast, man? $31 on breakfast? My goodness. What kind of eggs you had? Damn. Cool cat. Okay, I will join. $35 less than one dinner. Yeah, it is, man. It's like you got, people have to put things in perspective. And you got to disconnect yourself from money to begin with when you come into trading, because you can't think about money as a part of your mindset building. You thinking about all this money you're going to make or want to make. Don't do that. Think about the actual process that creates that. The process is bigger than the money is. If you don't have the process, you'll never get that money. You understand? So you can't put emphasis on money. You got to put emphasis on what you need to do to actually get the process in place for yourself so that you can execute the process and then the money comes. That's what we're dealing with. That's what we're dealing with. Walker, he said, I got to leave TA so I can buy this pizza real quick. Yo, that's funny. That is hilarious. Oh, shit. Right. People are nuts. They crazy. Bilal, he said he had some ostrich eggs. Shiny said Charles had 100 contracts. He got it. Peleus, think about what you see, not what you want. Oh, no wonder. No wonder. He said shrimp and grits and a pancake platter, something I do at least 2 times a year. Man, that sounds good. I ain't gonna front. First of all, I love pancakes. Like, I like really good pancakes. Like, for real, I could just eat pancakes by themselves with no meat or nothing. But I wouldn't mind a couple of slices of bacon. I'm just saying. But yeah, I love pancakes. And shrimp and grits is delicious. That's a lot of carbs, man. You got grits and pancakes? Woo. That right there, that's a sleeping pill. What? I'm going to sleep after that. Let's go. Shoot. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Fried shrimp. Yep. Oh, interesting. He said pineapple upside down pancakes. Damn. What? Yeah, Charles. Yeah, he know how to eat. That's good eating right there, man. Come on now. He said, Ramon said you won't eat for the rest of the day or wake up. He said that's why it's twice a year. I feel you. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Indulge. Indulge. That's balance. Every 6 months, that's balance. I like that. He said his birthday and today. Oh man. Torrey said, "Me the pancakes, bacon yummy." Did I say yummy? Yeah, man. Love it. Love it. Yeah, I could do it with bacon, crispy, or sausage split, well done. And it gotta be good sausage. Everywhere don't have good sausage. So you don't know. It be hit or miss. But when you find a spot that got the good sausage, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Man, with that syrup and that butter, it's over. Oh, the CMOS video. Yo, that had me rolling. That had me rolling. She was going hard. I was like, damn. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Torre said it's Friday. Everybody getting up for food. I'm about to go get a cookie right now before dinner. I'm over here about to cheat. I'm about to cheat before we eat dinner. I'm going to get one cookie. I ain't telling nobody. I ain't telling my kids or nothing. I'm like, nah, I ain't do nothing. I was home. Shotty said Charles sound as big as the real Sir Charles. Charles Barkley. Oh snap. He said I actually fell asleep on the live for a second. He caught the itis. Oh man. You know itis is guaranteed to happen with a meal like that, for real. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, you can do that. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I don't tell them, but they know what happened. Shoot, I'm gonna go get one right out the oven. I know what time they take them out the oven at 5 o'clock. I got 12 minutes. That's crazy when you know what time they take cookies out the oven and Panera bread. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That's how you know somebody really eats. Like, you know what time they take the cookies out? Yeah, man, 5 o'clock. Yeah. I moved right past that one right there, Walker. So I wouldn't have to do the pause. I just was like, nah. I was like, I'll leave that one alone. Yeah, definitely big Sunday breakfast. Yep. Fogo de Chao. That's a restaurant, Don? Don, where were you at? What city you in? Yeah, the good life. Oh man. Yeah, it's all about timing, baby. Oh, Brazil Steakhouse, nice. Is Brazilian or Portuguese? Oh, okay, you in Maryland. Bethesda. Got you. Oh, that's the top steakhouse. I mean, I gotta try it. Gotta try it. Y'all ever been to Ruth's, Chris? Who tried Ruth's Chris steak before? Most of they all be the same. So how would you compare that to Ruth's Chris? Which one would you say is better? Ruth's Chris better? Okay. You know that yeah, that's because I had to ask. Yeah, Ruth's Chris is not to be played with. Different style restaurant. Yeah, I'm not that familiar with Brazilian food in general, but I would imagine like, it has like Spanish roots, but it just seems like it's more so like more specific. And I don't even know. I'm just guessing. I had when I was younger, I knew this girl. Was she a girl? No, she was like a woman to me at the time. She was much older than me. I was 17. I was 17. She was like almost 30, and she was from Paraguay. You know the countries Uruguay, and Paraguay. She was from Paraguay, which is in South America also. And she used to always be talking about Brazilians and the food. Oh, he got one near the house. Nice. Yeah, that's another one I want to try. Peter Luger's. Uh-huh. Yeah, I want to try them. Yep. Yep, they cut it table side, exactly. Mark G said they bring like 20 meats by your table one at a time and you take what you want. Oh, really? So what do? They bring it by and then they cook whatever you pick? Is that what it is? And is it cooked in front of you? Like they cook it right there next to you? Is that how it works? They slice it there. Is it cooked already? Oh, it's already cooked. Okay. Ah, interesting. Interesting. It sounds like an experience. Now I see why you said it's a different style. I got you. Yeah, I got a feeling I'll be telling them to make it a little bit more well done. Because usually when they initially cook, it's medium well or medium rare. Like it's brown on the outside, but the inside be pink. I don't like any meat with pink in it. That's just me. That's my preference though. Like I be pissing off chefs when I order filet mignon. They get mad. Like they be coming out and all type of shit. They come out and they be like, "Who said that they want filet mignon well done?" I'm like, me. Come on, man. Just cook it a little longer. I don't want to see no pink in it. That's all. Yeah, I don't care what cut it is. Shit. I don't care what the cut is. Critical over critical, yeah. Yeah. When you go to dinner with OGs, it be like that. They be real particular. They be like, nah. Chama Gaucha. Is that Brazilian too? Oh, okay, nice. You been there before, Jelani? Well, I know you have, but where would you put that on the scale? They will cut you the outside port that's well done. Oh, the outside part. I told you about that wedding that I was at, and I told the dude to bring to make my filet mignon well done. He came out of the kitchen at the wedding. I'm like, first of all, why are you out here? He tried to like explain to me he couldn't do it well done. I was like, listen, man, you don't do it. Tell somebody else to do it. Just tell them to put it back in the pan and put it in there for longer. He was like, would you like the chicken instead? I was like, no, I don't want chicken. I want the filet mignon, but I want it done. Yeah, I'll be giving them a mad hard time when I go to the steakhouse with that filet mignon. They'd be like, who is this dude? He doesn't know how to eat steak. Like, nah, I do. Like, you told me I can have it my way. And I know I'm not the only one that does that, though. I can't be the only person that eats filet mignon well done, though. Right? Yeah, it probably did. All of that. Yeah. The dude at the wedding was very insulted. He was like offended. He was like, would you like the chicken? I was like, no. He's like, this is filet mignon. You don't overcook it. I'm like, well, you don't have to overcook it. Just make sure it's done. Just cook it more. Don't overcook it. Just cook it more than it's cooked. Yo, yeah, that's it. Torre said, look, well done, please. Just cook the meat, please. Come on, man. Oh, yeah, see, I'm messing around with y'all. You're gonna make me miss my cookie, man. I gotta get out of here. I got 3 minutes now. I'm under pressure. I gotta go get my Panera Bread cookie. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with Applebee's steak either. Applebee's is good. I told you about that Applebee's. I was telling y'all. People are sleeping on Applebee's, man. Try the chicken with broccoli Alfredo with extra Alfredo sauce. That's a good meal. The bourbon chicken and shrimp, good. The 8-ounce sirloin, good. What else? Wings. The traditional wings with the bone in. Delicious. Applebee's is good, man. For real. Yeah, you right. You right. That's why I tell them before I order. Like, I don't let them cook it how they want to cook it. Like, we're going to have the discussion first so that you understand I'm a well done dude. I need my meat well done. Yeah, they got the 2 for 22s and all that. The 2 for 22, I think they got another one, 2 for 27 or something. Yep, you know what it is. Ramon said, why he recommend chicken right away? Because I'm black. Right, we don't always eat chicken, damn it, shit. And I was like, no, because the chicken ain't well done. How about that? Like, no, I don't want the chicken because the chicken is not well done. How about that? David, what's good, man? Fiesta lime chicken. That's another good one. See, y'all know the Applebee's is lit now. I'm not gonna front. Applebee's was messing up like for a little while, and I think that they are better now because of me. Cause I like there was an experience that I had in there, and we went all the way up the chain. We sent mad emails and all that. We was like, listen, you're gonna have to do better with the food and with the meals that you have, like the meals that you're putting together. You used to be much better than you are now. Like, we was giving them heat. This was like 2 years ago. Like, I'm not even joking. I'm serious. I think that their food is better because we emailed the corporate office. Like for real. I told him, I was like, y'all had chicken in there that tasted like sponge. I was like, y'all need real chicken. Where y'all getting this chicken from? It ain't like that no more. It's good now. I'm just saying. Oh, snap. Yep, but Applebee's, man, 2 for 22. There you go. Get it. Tracy, what's up? Why you always coming on here when I'm about to leave? Tracy always coming on when I'm leaving. All right, y'all, I'm gonna holler at y'all. I see y'all in the chat. I will see y'all on training on Sunday. All of that good stuff. I'm out. It's cookie time.
Dom DeMarco, Dom DeMarco.